And welcome back to Let's Play Banished. In the last episode we built a few things. We built the town hall, actually I did that in the episode before, but this one was lost. And we built a trading post, and we also stocked the trading post with 200 herbs. I won't go beyond that for now, because we also need a few of those to sustain the town. I'm going to go with only one builder for now, because that's all we need. And I also sent one of my workers to this forester's hut. He also produced 15 logs, so that's not much. Production is going to go higher once you have once your foresters have hit a full... once the forester's hut is full. So once you have 4 foresters, they will actually produce a sizable amount of logs, and they will be more than capable of supplying your economy with logs. However, you might want to not put your log limit too high, because you'll want them to actually leave some of the forest around to grow and get older, so your gatherers and herbalists can continue to gather and do their thing. However, we really seem to be in need of logs and the like. And we actually might want to build another house. We have 16 families now, and you see that we don't have any children here. This is because there is no more space in those houses. Actually, there's still a bit of space left, but it's really not much. By the way, this is probably going to house our cemetery, a building we will be in dire need of very soon. I'm sorry. We're also going to deal with a church soon. It is most certainly a thing I plan to build once we have more resources, so I badly need this stuff to be harvested. Yeah, I know I'm low on firewood. No, that's not a big deal, because as long as at least one house is still heated, we shouldn't lose anyone to the cold. We did just use a sizable chunk of food, though. I don't know where that went. I suppose some house just decided to restock. I'm trying to build only one graveyard, but making that somewhat huge, because that means you will be able to have it last a long time. Graves and graveyards decay over a while, so yeah, I know I'm low on firewood. Just stop reminding me. Oh wow, we still need to bring iron here. We have enough of that though. Also, why are we burning through all our food supplies now? We shouldn't. Oh well, I suppose it's just kind of shopping day or something. Although we're not shopping because we didn't bring any coins, or maybe we brought some but we don't use them. We live without money. We're living in a communist place right now. I suppose that works, or I suppose Banished is maybe the evidence that communism works. I don't know. I kind of like the idea. And we are back. We're down to 0% clothed. I think children start with like free clothing, but beyond that, nobody gets clothed at all. Woohoo! We have more firewood in the process. So right now we are waiting for the tailor to be built. Or rather, we are waiting for the logs to be, well, logged. Actually, let's put one more person into the foresting hut. So those are dedicated woodcutters. They will not do anything else but cutting wood and planting trees again. So this is actually sustainable. Whereas all those laborers will do other things as well. They will also harvest stones. Do you harvest stones? I don't know. and will mine the iron here, so those are busy with all sorts of things. I suppose I should tell them to actually cut trees first. Or cut wood. You get what I mean. In my defense, it's past 1 AM. I'm currently recording because I kind of felt like doing so, and I really didn't want to turn on my other computer and record Towns or Banished. No, not Towns or Banished. I didn't want to turn the other computer on and record Towns or Evil Genius, which are things I exclusively record on my old rig. Mostly because I have the save games there and I don't feel like moving everything over. I might want to build more houses soon though. And I mean really soon, because this is worrying. We have very few children, which means we will have a lot of adults dying soon. So those 5 laborers here are not going to last very long. Actually, I will put one more in here. So there's that. Wood production is slowly taking shape. I think this will also reduce the amount of trees that fall down here without... or that just fall down here on their own, because the forester will make sure they're all cut in time. I think you saw it every now and then over here, that a tree just falls over and is eventually replaced by another tree. That's just nature's way of dealing with forests. Mankind has kind of interfered there, and for a long time we actually did fairly bad at that. We've been planting... what's the word? I think fens were, like in Germany, mostly planted to replace forests, simply because fens grow very, very quick. They produce a decently usable wood, and they were just economically suitable for forestry. They were the tree people wanted to have for whatever reason. However, it turned out that fens are actually not the greatest trees around, because they the needles will screw up the soil. When those needles decay, they will produce humic acids, or they will decompose into all sorts of humic acids, and that will mess up your soil. It will cause your soil to be acidic, and this will be bad because it can kill entire ecosystems. So in more recent times, people moved over to trying to replant mixed forests and try to go for that, even though it means you will take a bit longer to actually have to actually gain wood from your forest until you actually can cut them down. But the benefits are there. Germans have always been kind of fond of their wood. The German wood is quite a thing. It's a thing we have in our folklore. You know, Grimm's fairy tales and all that. It's a lot with the wood. The wood is always this stark and also mysterious place that people will find danger in, but they will also find shelter in if they need it. Like the heroes often seek shelter in the woods or something. And also the good mystical creatures live there. So it's not only the danger, it's also the good things that live there. At least some of them. I won't recount all my childhood fairy tales or something. At least not now. I might actually refer to them at some point, but not now. Also, now is a good time to actually put those 2 workers back to use. And things are looking favorable now. We have some wood. Might actually have enough for 1 more hut soon. Luckily, we can also start killing those trees here. We don't need those. Those have to die. Look at that, we're done with the firewood again. And now we have this sorted out. Okay, what I want to do now is I want to place 2 more huts, ideally aligned with the street here. Like this. Okay. I suppose I'll also create some huts over here at some point, just so I can fill those places with workers quicker, and just to give those guys a shorter way to work. Okay, this is looking fine now. So, next building in turn is the church. Or the chapel. We don't build a proper church, we don't need a large church. This is also one of the buildings that has a... I'm gonna space this one more here. The chapel is a building that will require loads of resources, but that's definitely worth those resources. It will require a worker. Only one, or I think up to... No, I think it's only one. You will start with one guy here as well. How much leather do we have? By the way, that's another advantage of the town hall, because all those storage barns are counted individually. So this has its own inventory, this has its own inventory, and in the town hall I can see everything. So I don't have to check all the things. I can just go with, okay, that's all the things, all the stuff we have sitting around in the town. As you see here, it's only the stuff in town, not in the trading post, because that is officially like gone. But it's all the storage in town. So it's kind of useful to see where you're at. I should probably set this to 100. Oops, no, don't do that. I'll have to put this in manually here. Okay. This is recording now. It seems to be. I hope this doesn't mess up the recording. I should probably check that at some point. Did I set a countdown? I think I did. Yeah, we still have 2 minutes left in this episode. So maybe we should recap what we want to do next. Or maybe we should recap what we did in this episode. We built a tailor, and we're now building hide coats. I can also build a pure wool coat. I forgot about that. And I can build warm coats, which are worth more than those two. I think they will also last longer, and they will be warmer, but of course we need sheep for that. We need wool in order to make those. I might actually start selling leather clothing as well. I mean, obviously not right now, because I need this stuff to be... oh my, we're almost done with those houses. Because what I want first is I want to equip my own populace with clothing first. Once those are all dressed up nicely and not running around like the savages again anymore, I will look into giving other people some clothing. And finally return the town to decency. I mean, right now, I don't think they are running around like that. This is just for, I guess, everybody's protection. We are actually quite ragged. Oh no, we're 50% clothed again. This tailor is amazing. Let's see what clothes we have. Oh, three clothes already. Nice. I mean, we did have a lot of leather because we've been hunting for a long time. This will be used up eventually. But we already used about 40 leather. That's quite impressive. And there we go, the first fisherman has died. And this has hit the happiness of the town because we don't have a graveyard. Graveyard being a building we are going to deal with now. We only need one builder now. People tend to die in larger groups, so I'd prefer to have at least 2 laborers all time just to be able to buffer that up. I will increase that laborer buffer over time, because once I have more citizens I can afford that. But for now this will have to do. We also need more firewood, so if our woodcutter could just keep up the pace a bit, it would be great. Shut the hell up, cell phone. Okay, it's time to end the episode. We just had our first death, and I'm happy that it was of old age, because otherwise we might be in trouble. Anyway, I'll see you all next time. Bye!